Despite being on TV for nearly 30 years with 28 seasons and over 330 episodes so far, there have been shockingly few video games based on the hit animated TV show known as South Park. Now, it could be because video games take years to make and the average South Park episode only takes a few days, meaning the usual topical pop culture reference on the show might feel absolutely dated by the time a video game hits.
Fight for the stick!
But regardless, a dozen South Park games have managed to buck that trend and actually get released since the show debuted in 1997.
The elves are preparing to launch a massive attack on our kingdom.
Some of those games are great, and some of them are not so great. Here are the best, worst, and weirdest South Park games.
You never take me a ride!
Oh my god, it smells like Kenny's house.
The first South Park video game ever made is an ambitious one, even if a first-person snowball fighting simulator didn't exactly make a ton of sense for the brand.
You will respect my authority!
But since local multiplayer first-person shooters like GoldenEye were all the rage on the N64 at the time, it's no surprise that South Park got similar treatment, even if the end result was much sillier.
Sweet!
Developer Iguana Entertainment, known mostly for the Turok games series at the time, and publisher Acclaim Entertainment, known for making just mountains and mountains of licensed shovelware, came together to create a solid first-person shooter game packed with South Park references, including a recreation of the show's theme song, multiple playable characters,
Whoa, dude, I'm good!
and Kenny dying brutally before the title screen even appears.
Oh my god! They killed Kenny!
It's not a great game by any stretch, and seeing the traditionally flat and hand-drawn South Park characters as low-poly 3D models was a weird fit, but it had enough South Park fan service to make it worth checking out at the time. A year later, and much truer to the show's 2D look, South Park Chef's Love Shack arrived, this time moving away from first-person combat and instead presenting a game show-style minigame and trivia collection for Kyle, Stan, Kenny, and Cartman to compete in.
Okay, here's Chef with the question.
Unfortunately, it's impossible to play this game without other human players, so if you are an only child or just a loser who never gets invited anywhere like Butters, you're pretty much out of luck.
Do something, you little
Additionally, the limited trivia question set led to a lot of repetition, meaning the joke got old pretty fast and fans were once again left holding a licensed video game letdown.
It's gotta be this way.
Excellent job.
Alright, get down!
Oh, come on.
The third and final Acclaim Games South Park video game once again delivered an experience that critics disliked and only die-hard fans tolerated, this time attempting to take on the popular kart racing genre with the South Park license slapped on. South Park Rally is a crude and ugly kart racer with unreliable controls and lackluster track design, but hey, you can drive Big Gay Al's car and throw Mr. Hanky Turds at other players, so at least there's that.
Next time you hit me with that motherfucking thing, I'm gonna kick your ass!
Despite the show's popularity, South Park video games ended up taking a 7-year hiatus after this trilogy of Acclaim games release, which probably pleased South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, seeing as they once told an interviewer, "Oh god, the South Park games were so bad, we were so bummed out on those because we love playing video games."
What do we do now? What do you mean? Now we can finally play the game. Oh yeah.
South Park celebrated its 10th season on the air less than spectacularly by releasing a Europe-exclusive mobile game referencing key moments from the show. South Park 10, the game, is a short and very no-frills platformer that looks like a fan-made Flash game, and aside from collecting hidden cheesy poofs in each level, there's not much to do or see once you roll credits in under an hour.
You can't pass through this area until you defend your honor!
Still, it was nice to see somebody utilizing the license again, even if the final product was totally average. But hey, you could play as a cow nearly 2 decades before Mario Kart World let you do that, so I guess there's that.
Release the cows!
Well, gentlemen, it would appear that South Park's fate depends on our ability to defend it.
2 years later, Xbox Live Arcade got its own South Park tower defense game, pitting its main character against waves of ginger kids, hippies, cows, and more in their efforts to save their idyllic and weird little town. The 2D art direction, official voices and sound effects, and iconic humor elevated a pretty bog-standard tower defense outing into an actually solid South Park video game. Once again revisiting the game show setting for reasons that are unclear, 2009's South Park Mega Millionaire, hot off the heels of 2008's hit film Slumdog Millionaire, was a mobile game that decided it was a good idea to strap roller skates to the South Park kids and put them in precarious platforming situations in front of a live studio audience. It's not a great game by any stretch, but it does have one of the best South Park video game jokes of all time, as the kids survive a Japanese game show in hopes to win a 10,000 yen prize. Unbeknownst to them, that 10,000 yen equates to roughly $63. Tenorman's Revenge is another Xbox exclusive South Park game, this time revisiting Scott Tenorman, a character from the infamous South Park episode where Cartman makes Scott eat chili made from the bodies of Scott's own dead parents. It's a classic.
I made you eat your parents.
Well, Scott Tenorman has returned to get revenge in video game form in this brief and mediocre platforming game, which is only briefly improved by the occasional boss fight.
Feast your eyes on my most glorious creation.
And its central plot device, which focuses on the kids having to recover a stolen Xbox 360 hard drive along with all of their precious game save files.
We did it, guys.
Awesome, dude.
Yes, yes.
Suck on that, Tenorman.
Dude, let's go home and play Arkham City, except for Kyle. You stay here. We have been betrayed.
As you can probably tell by now, the first 16 years of South Park games left a lot to be desired, but everything changed in 2014 with South Park: The Stick of Truth, a genuinely great RPG that, unlike previous South Park games, was made with direct input from the show's creators. Known for their previous work on franchises like Fallout and Knights of the Old Republic, developer Obsidian Entertainment built a fantastic and hilarious 2.5D role-playing game that looked and felt almost exactly like an episode of the show. It's not just one of the best licensed games ever made, it's also a fantastic RPG in its own right, and definitely the only game in the genre where you have to shrink down your character small enough to explore a human anus so that you can disarm a bomb.
Self-destruction sequence aborted.
Take that, Final Fantasy. Zen Studios, creators of the excellent digital pinball franchise Zen Pinball, created a set of South Park pinball tables that totally understood the assignment.
How about we call it Sarcastaball?
Mixing rock-solid gameplay and hilarious show references to excellent results. There's even a dedicated Butters pinball table, as well as Mr. Hanky-inspired brown pinballs, in case you ever wanted to knock a bunch of pellet-shaped turds around to compete for high scores.
Why did we choose this life? Why did we become superheroes?
2017's sequel to The Stick of Truth was the Fractured Butthole, which was legally as close as they could get to putting the word butthole in a video game title. Fractured Butthole is another fantastic and funny RPG, this time satirizing the superhero movie genre more than just role-playing games in general, and once again looking exactly like an episode of the show. This time around, the battle system takes place on a grid, complete with environmental hazards like Lego bricks that can injure characters when stepped on, and features levels like Peppermint Hippo, a strip club complete with lap dance minigame sequences.
Aren't you a little too young to be in here?
Just in case you were worried that South Park would lose its edge in a Ubisoft-published video game.
The Phone Destroyer vanquished the savages with his mighty powers.
That same year, Phone Destroyer was, you guessed it, a mobile game and also the only South Park mobile game you can still download and play on your phone today. Phone Destroyer is a free-to-play card battling game that does a surprisingly good job of playing to the strengths of its platform. You'll receive believable calls and texts from Cartman in-game.
Hey, new kid, we need you to come play with us. Put on some cowboy and meet us outside. And bring your phone!
And players can unlock multiple endings based on how much real money players spend on premium microtransactions with the game, even shaming you and telling you to seek help with addiction if you spend too much money. More mobile games should do that. The world would be a better place.
But why do companies have to put so many addictive things out there?
You know, they all do it, and it's kind of my deal. I've got to put temptation out there, too, so people have free will and all that. But, you know, everyone has their justification and thinks what they're doing is okay.
Come on, new kid! Put your on! Come on, Butter! Let's go, Stan!
And finally, the latest but hopefully not the last South Park video game is South Park Snow Day, an unfortunately sloppy action-adventure roguelite that simultaneously attempts to complete the story established in Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole, and also return the original South Park game's snowball fighting roots. Why?
Good luck trying to ruin this game. I'm sure you'll manage.
It's a shame that Snow Day doesn't even come close to being fun or funny, with IGN's own review calling it thoroughly unenjoyable, uncharacteristically toothless, and unfunny.
You can't keep running into arrows and stay alive, dumbass.
It's been a weird, windy road for South Park Games, but with the recent Fortnite collaboration and mega deal renewal of the show, something tells me we're just getting started and that hopefully more South Park games are on the way.
Fellas?
So, what's your favorite South Park video game ever made? What's your dream South Park game that you'd love to see someday?
World of Warcraft, I need to play!
Go on down to the comments section and leave your woes behind, and if you want more videos about video game tie-ins to highly successful animated sitcoms that have been on TV for decades, go check out my video about the best, worst, and weirdest Simpsons video games. And until then, for all things video games, South Park or otherwise, stick with IGN.
Go America.
Go America. Go Broncos.
Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.